Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. It is Saturday, June 17th. Answering viewer questions. Cynthia asks, very simple one. NRA, dark money from Russia. Okay, I can throw on that. I did do a little research on it. Because I know the NRA was going through some scandal issues and they were running through some financial issues. And so I found a couple of articles. One of it was that the Guns Right group was running out of money, so they actually took money out of one of their charities and pushed it into political campaigns and political ads. NRA PAC donations plummeted just before the 2022 midterm elections. And let's see. Their memberships hit a 15-year low. They tried to file for bankruptcy and it was dismissed. And I know that their leaderships were based, and they just laid off 200 staffers on there, amongst all the other things going on. And I think this all started right about the time that the Mueller report came out and was linking dark money traveling through the NRA to basically to be laundered and then used for supporting GOP candidates. Because as we well know, although the NRA will fund candidates on both sides, like the vast majority, 90%, I don't know what the actual percentage is, but it's something ridiculous like that. It's not 50-50. It's like 90% of it goes to Republicans. And the Republicans were the ones that, if you recall, would have the NRA report cards. A+ in the NRA standards, that type of thing. So that was another way for dark money, typically from Russia, according to the Mueller report, to work its way into the U.S. and influence American politics. Whether that was through oligarchs, I think it was through oligarchs mostly that were doing that. And it also brought us Maria Butina, right? So for entertainment purposes only, but those are facts. And we'll see what happens. Is the NRA going to be in legal trouble or dissolved by the U.S. government for their role with dark money in U.S. politics? I see the Ace of Cups just popped up as I was shuffling. There's a strong, there's a big fear going on. And I think it's also that the NRA was one of the big... they're one of the big organizations that causes fear with the GOP, with their gun shit, with their TV shows. What used to be NRA TV or something like that, and just trying to get everybody to own guns and tell you how the Democrats were going to take your guns away and causing all this fear. So the NRA and the U.S. government. Is the NRA in trouble financially? Okay, so there's the Empress card. At the base of it, this is my card I represent for Russia, giving, basically supplying the NRA. And here's Putin, or the oligarchs associated with Russia. So I think we're in pretty good shape here as far as this goes. This is already telling me, Putin in Russia, or the oligarchs in Russia, are behind a lot of the financial doings of the NRA. We got the Page of Wands in the past. This is Putin and the oligarchs in Russia coming forward with their message and funding the NRA, who would then fund the GOP to spread the message about gun ownership. But it's also, again, Maria Butina came out and was trying to, quote unquote, establish an NRA-like organization in Russia. This guy would never go for that. He doesn't want Russia's armed. If Russians were armed, they might try and take him out. So he's not for that. But it's more to normalize Russia and make Russia seem like a good place for the good old boys to support. Current situation is the Seven of Swords. Okay, trying to steal the election. And then you got the Russian hat, the Russian boots. It's the Russians trying to steal things from the United States. This is also the NRA leadership trying to make off with the money and as best they can and leave little trails behind. The NRA is basically going bankrupt. NRA is going bankrupt, and they're trying to strip this organization before the government comes to them. Now, this could also be the U.S. Justice Department, if you wanted to look at it that way, since that was originally how the question was asked. Overarching energy is the moon card. So we still don't know quite all the details of what's going on with the NRA. Those haven't been released to us. Maybe the government might know what's going on, but the general public doesn't know. We have like a high-level view of it, and maybe that's still being uncovered. The lesson to be learned is the betrayal. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, because this money coming from Russia helped influence American politics, and that's a betrayal of our democracy. We're not supposed to have foreign interference in our democracy. Certainly not going forward and telling our politicians how to create legislation that benefits Russia and weakens the U.S. People who took the NRA money and were doing it to advance Russian talking points, they've betrayed our country. I don't know if you'd call them traitors, but there's got to be another word for people who betray their country. I think it fits the colloquial definition of a traitor. It doesn't fit the legal definition, but the colloquial, easy for me to say, but for the common folk, that fits the bill. Outcome, King of Swords. Here comes your frickin' Justice Department. This may not be necessarily Jack Smith, but here comes the frickin' Justice Department, and they are going to cut them up. And again, a card that would, to me, represent Merrick Garland coming forward, evaluating what's going on, making the call on this one. So, so you've got Russia, and if, this could be the oligarchs of Russia, but if it's crossing, let's say it's the Justice Department, looking into this. No, the money influenced American politics. Currently, right now, that money is draining quickly, and they're stealing money from their charities to try and continue to fund their political action committee. There's still things we don't know about that are being revealed. It's a betrayal to this country and our values, and the government is on it, and they're making their decisions as what to do with the NRA. So, the NRA is definitely not out of the woods, and good. Once upon a time, the NRA served a purpose. It was to advance sport hunting and teach, kids and adults equally gun safety, the proper way to hold a gun, sporting things for guns like trap shooting and stuff like that. But all of a sudden, it morphed into you got to have an assault weapon, or else you're not an American type of mindset. Yeah, this organization's in deep trouble, and they deserve everything they get for the path that they took. Okay, entertainment purposes only, because what do I know? Maybe more than they think. Thank you, Cynthia, for the question. Thank you for supporting my channel. I hope you found this reading enlightening. Maybe provide some insight. Maybe puts you at ease a little bit, thinking, that's right, the NRA, they seem to be getting away with it. They're not getting away with it. They just haven't been fully held accountable, but they're not getting away with it. These cards absolutely tell me that they're on their last legs. And the folks that run the NRA, they're just stealing from it blind. They're just stripping anything of value from it. Will they be held accountable? I can't honestly say that they will, but that's a lot of foreign money and a lot of American money that was supporting it that's not going to be supporting the GOP anymore. So they're going to have to find another way to finance their extremist campaigns. Okay, so take the victories where we can get them. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.